Welcome to today's video. This was a video that I didn't necessarily plan to make, but after having a conversation with a good friend of mine, I believe that it's probably going to be one of the most important insight for you to be aware of, because the current state of the market has changed. Okay, I'm not going to go into it too long because this is a long video, so please sit back and enjoy this video because it's going to be really good. But towards the end, the video cut out, but I wanted to talk about the Growth Creator Challenge. If you have not yet registered for this 5-day challenge, I highly suggest you guys check it out because it is going to be super valuable. And after registering, after putting in your email, phone number, everything like that, you'll get the invite to the challenge. And if you want to be getting access to the recording, maybe because you cannot make it to all the 5 days, or you want to be participating in the VIP Q&A session, then you can also purchase the VIP ticket for $149. It's Canadian dollars, so probably a little less in US, or if you're paying in euros or GBP, then it should be pretty cheap. Okay, but yeah, guys, enjoy this video and have an amazing day. Have an amazing weekend. I love y'all. Bye-bye. Okay, I just wrote this quick little thing and I just wanted to read it to you guys. I was about to send it just as an email, but it's an important topic which I wouldn't want it to just be an email that gets forgotten, so I'm making it into a video. Today is Saturday for me. I woke up, I slept in a little bit more today. I have an issue with my back. I messed it up. I guess I've been just pushing it too much in the gym, but woke up, watched the All In podcast, then went and get my morning bagel as always, a little coffee and a little bagel run, as well as re-listening to a podcast episode where it's business breakdowns. If you guys haven't checked out that pod, it's really good. They do business breakdowns, and I re-listened to this podcast from a business called Constellation Software, right? I think that's the name. And they essentially stack like niche specific softwares. So they'll go and buy softwares that are helping like doctors solve a specific problem, and they'll acquire like 100 softwares a year, right? So they're doing around $6 billion a year, and 70% of that is recurring, which is insane, right? So it gives me a lot of inspiration because I don't like to learn from people in my industry because a lot of them are young, just like me, living in a penthouse like this, burning money like crazy. So they're the wrong people to learn from. I try to learn from people who've lived who've been in the game for multiple decades, right? And it's a great business to break down, okay? But in this video, I want to talk about the current state of the marketplace. So we have 10% battery, so I think it will be enough, right? But let me get into it. So just finished sharing a cigar with Justin Lalonde, and he called me. I called him, and then he said, "Hey, you should come check out my new place." He just moved into a new place, and I went to his place, and we smoked. He gave me a cigar. I'm not really a big cigar smoker. I don't really like it. I like my wine. I like to just relax here and there, but no cigars for me. And we started talking about an interesting topic, which is the current state of the marketplace. In case you haven't felt it yet, it's not 2020 anymore, okay? Or 2021 or even 2022. A time where you could offer someone your service, program, or course and they throw money at you, right? We're in a time where the top 20% are collecting most of the revenue and the bottom 80% can't even make $10,000 a month. You want to know what's even worse? The founders who were in the top 20% 2 years ago are now in the bottom 80%, meaning they're struggling to even make $50K per month without having to spend ridiculous amounts of money on acquisition. I wrote this because I wanted to give you guys a heads up, but most importantly, give you the roadmap of reducing risk in your company and avoiding death, aka going out of business. So I'm about to list out a few rules that I believe are going to help you guys because these are rules that I'm now starting to follow. And I would love for you guys to also, do what's right before you are forced to do what's right, okay? Or before it's too late. The first thing is forget the one product rule. If you've made your first 100K per month with one offer, it's time to diversify your source of revenue in your company. You have these dummy coaches, coaching coaches, telling you that you should only sell one thing, and that one thing should be expensive AF as fuck. But let me ask you a question. What happens when people can't afford your one offer? What happens if cold traffic doesn't trust you enough to exchange $10,000, $20,000 for your solution? What happens when you've exhausted your warm audience? Do you shut your business down? Do you shut your doors? Right? Most people will, because they can't think for themselves. The people who are coaching coaches around high ticket businesses and just pushing one offer, they're doing it because that's what they've been coached on, but they never actually thought. They don't have critical skills. They just have been taught something and not really the reason why. And they just say, oh, you should just push one offer. You should just push one offer. You should just push one offer. No, it depends. It depends on the context. It depends on the marketplace. It depends on the model you're trying to push, right? But it's not true that you should just push one thing, okay? Here is the solution. Diversify your source of revenue by introducing what? More products, okay? Let me make this in bold. You need to introduce more products, mainly leveraged products that have zero marginal cost of replication. A software has zero marginal cost of replication. If someone uses instantly and the next person uses instantly, the cost to run instantly is not necessarily going to increase because the product is created once and consumed by thousands, if not millions of people at the same cost, more or less, right? The benefit of doing this is that it allows you to increase revenue, but most importantly, it allows for more people to be willing to experience your insight and service. As an example, I have 11,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm sure that 99% of you guys will never do business with us within the Growth Creator program. But if I started selling a clothing, let's say as an example, if I started selling this Natural Born Leader, like this little shirt, some of you guys will be more willing to buy it, right? Because it's something that is affordable and something that a bigger size of the pie would be willing to try the product or the service, right? So what you do is you lower the bar of entry and build a bigger customer base who will eventually want more if you help them solve their current problems. That's one. So again, super important. I said what at the beginning? If you've made your first 100K a month, context is super important. The sequence in which you do these is super important. I'm not saying you haven't made your first 10K per month, then go build a bunch of products, build a product line. No, don't do that. That's dumb. 100K a month. If you've scaled to 7 figures, now it's time to diversify, right? And by diversification, you lower risks, right? Now, the next thing is become a content freak. Become a TikToker, become a YouTuber. If you have to sell your soul to learn how to get an audience organically, learn it. It's, in my opinion, I'm starting to call it a 9-figure scale, right? For me, like this video that you guys are watching, even though, I'm making it on Loom and this and that, and I'm not necessarily spending a bunch of millions of dollars to create a crazy persona or buy a Patek Philippe or 20 Rolexes every month, I'm still on here because I know that it's so important for me to be creating content, right? It's so important. You don't need a lot. You just need to put it out there, okay? In case you haven't noticed, the largest brands doing big numbers, and by big numbers, I'm not just talking about revenue, I'm talking about profits, are mostly coming from personal brands. Andrew Tate showed the potential of this strategy. What was the outcome? He built an 8-figure per month business in no time. Of course, he'd been creating content for a long time, but the moment he started to monetize it, he started with a $40 product, I believe. And I believe I met with Daniel, who also used to work with Andrew Tate back in Cape Town. And he told me that they were making 10, 15 mil a month, which is, wow. Congrats to you guys, especially that they're not advertising. Super impressive. The next example is Hormozy. Hormozy stopped being the advertising king to becoming a content creator. And what was the outcome of that? A multiple 9-figure portfolio of companies. By multiple 9-figure, I mean almost over, I mean, I don't know. I think the last time I heard him talk about it, I think he said they're almost now at 20 mil a month. He went from a company that was doing 3-4 mil a month to building, to partnering up with companies and building that size of revenue to 20 mil in a month. Do you guys get that? That's what I call leverage. That's what I call 9-figure scale. And the only thing that changed in the way he conducted himself is just content. Literally, nothing changed about, I mean, of course, a lot of things changed. Maybe he learned a lot in your stuff, maybe deal structure and things like that. But how to scale a business didn't change. He didn't learn, oh, let me use TikTok ads and that's what got him to 20 million. No, he just figured out that, oh, wow, the most important, the next lever I need to pull in my career is becoming an influencer. Because he saw Kylie Jenner becoming a billionaire at 20 years old because she's pretty, right? So right now, if you can't make 10K per month, maybe you're not pretty. You know, like literally being pretty or having a nice butt, a nice ass can make you a billionaire. Do you guys get that? But it's because of attention, of course, you know. So figure out a way to get attention, which is why I said, if you have to sell your soul to get attention, sell it. If you have to shake your butt on TikTok, shake that butt, okay? I'm joking. Don't shake your butt, okay? Just do business. Become smart. Iman Gadzi stopped advertising. I'm sure we all remember the I'm a 17-year-old dropout ad on YouTube. Where is that ad? We don't see it anymore. But we see more of Iman, right? Instead, he went all in on organic, shorts and YouTube. You know, the Tate strategy as well as YouTube, whatever. I don't know what they're doing, but they're killing it. And he scaled to 3 million subscribers on YouTube. And now, what was the outcome of this? Multiple 8 figures in courses. I'm sure they're making multiple 6 figures and multiple 8 figures a year in course sales. And now they're launching an education platform, which is a subscription platform, which I believe will eventually be worth 100 million. Why? Because he has 3 million subscribers. Even if he was to convert 1%, which is 3,000 people, I believe. No. Whoa. So 3 million. What is 3 million? What is 30? Is it 30 million? No, 30,000 people. I think that's 30,000 people. Yeah, 30,000 people. 30,000 people paying you, I think he's putting it, let's say at $2,000 a year. That's 60 million. That's 60 million in revenue. Let me repeat that. Iman went from selling a course once and advertising to get leads to sell these courses to building a platform where he will now be doing a dump of different courses. He's essentially doing the masterclass model, and he'll probably be getting different scaled people to come in and drop knowledge. And he's now charging, let's say, like $1,500 up front and then $49 a month. So let's say even if it's $1,500 a year subscription, that's still 45 million. And it's just 1% of his audience on YouTube. Do you guys get it? Oh my God, this is insane. 1% of his subscribers, if they signed up on Educate, brings him over 40 mil a year. If he puts them on recurring, and let's say maybe that becomes a 40 million, it becomes a $10 million a year subscription that he retains, to the eye of to an investor, that's worth 9 figures. But the issue is not that the scale changed, it's the fact that his audience grew. When the audience become big enough, you get to play different games, right? Derek from More Plates, More Dates. He's running at 1.8 million subscribers YouTube channel. And what is the outcome? I was listening to My First Million podcast, and they said that they were making around $6 to $8 million per month. Okay? Super important lesson here. These are all people just like you. These are people who are just like gym heads, guys who like watches, guys who are great at advertising, getting leads for gyms. This is a guy who just likes to be cocky and who has a great, who believes a lot in himself and who's a great character. I mean, he has a lot of good humor. But these are normal people. These are normal people. But the only thing they're doing is following rule number 2. Become a TikToker. Okay? So, and then there is little old me making looms on YouTube with 10K subscribers. And the outcome, I'm making a few millions a year. Okay? I was born in Rwanda. I'm not special. I read a few books. I've ran a few courses. I'm good. I guess I understand business in a way because I help a lot of people get results. But there's probably someone somewhere out there who knows better lead gen than me, who knows how to sell better than me. But will they make more money than me? No, never. Okay? Do you see the trend? Anyone with an audience is experiencing what I call the realm of infinite returns. A world where you leverage media to propagate valuable solutions to an audience that would normally pay for such value. And in doing so, creating an insane amount of goodwill. The more goodwill you create, the more you can pull from it. The reason why I called it the realm of infinite returns come from the fact that the cost to create goodwill with one person is the same as creating goodwill with 10,000 people or 10 million people. You get it? If you don't, then I'm about to give you guys a good example. Okay, and I hope you get this makes sense because I was writing it and I don't know if it's going to resonate with more people. If it resonates with you, click the link, comment below. Okay, but check this out. And also let me know if you guys like these type of videos because I know I need to do like the get in the studio and get in front of a flashy camera and do a good setup. But I'm sorry, but I like to also put out stuff. I'm not a big quality guy. I just love to do like what is the thing that matters. I don't really care how you deliver it to me. Just tell me something that can change my life and I'll respect it, even if you don't have 20 Lamborghinis, okay? But check this out. It's like creating one home which costs you $100,000 to build and giving it away for free to one person and selling that one person lawn mowing services. How willing would that person give you $100 a week to cut the grass of the home you gave them for free? Okay, let me repeat this because I'm trying to explain the realm of infinite returns. Okay, and how the cost to create goodwill with one person is the same as the reason why it's infinite returns is because the cost to give you this video is the same as if I give it to 1,000 people who will watch this, maybe 3,000. It will cost me the 15, 16 minutes, 20 minutes of making this video, right? So the cost is the same. Now, if I use this analogy, let's say I build $100,000 home, because what I'm sharing, these lessons I'm sharing with you guys, they're lessons from making millions of dollars. So technically, it's almost as valuable as giving you a home, right? And then imagine if I gave you a home and I asked you, hey, would you like for me to come and cut your grass? Of course, it would be a no-brainer offer for you because I gave you a home for free. So why wouldn't you want to invest and trade your money with me? The person who's giving you the most value for free. You know, the most people would be thrilled. Now, that wouldn't necessarily explain the infinite return realm like I'm explaining it, but to make back your 100K back from selling $100 a week services, it would be pretty hard. So that wouldn't equal to infinite returns. In the real world, it wouldn't be, but online it does. All you have to do is replace the 100K home with a 100K video, 100K worth of experience, solution, insights given away for free. The only difference is it's not limited to only one person, different from a home, okay? Thousands of people can experience the value at no extra cost to you. Replace value with home, because sometimes people don't understand what value means. Now you've given value, a valuable solution in a video, aka a home, to thousands and millions of people that you can now offer lawn mowing services to. Does that make sense? That's how content works. You have a lawn mowing service business, and then you're like, hey, who is the best person who would benefit from my services? Well, people who own homes. So now you start giving free homes to everybody, but the issue is that in the real world you can't do that, but online you can. You can create your perfect client, right? The amount of goodwill that you create when you give someone a free home, they will be willing to spend all their money forever paying your lawn mowing services, right? Or your agency or your consulting business, okay? They would be excited to shower you with all the money they can. This is how you get to jump into the realm of infinite returns. You create something once and make sure it's really valuable. Imagine offering a free home to live in to a homeless person type of value. If it's good enough, the people will find it. When you have hundreds and thousands of people who have taken up on your free value, or aka your free home, offer them to cut their grass for a fee, right? I wanted to keep writing more stuff here, but I just realized it would end up being really long. So what I will be doing is I'll be sharing the next lessons, which are here: high upfront fees, back-end offers, how to introduce leverage, focusing on acquiring as many leads instead of sales calls, how to create 10 times more value in your core offer and your competition. I'm going to be going over this in the Growth Creator Challenge. If you have not registered, I want you guys to click the link below. I'm going to probably put the link for the challenge below. We're getting hundreds of signups every day, so I expect 80% of people who will sign up to not be able to join the actual Growth Creator Challenge due to the capacity that is limited on Zoom. But what I want you guys to do, let me show you guys how to sign up. So all you'll have to do is just click the link below, and then you'll just need to do here, save my spot, add your name, email, okay? Once you've added your email, you'll be presented with the option to get a VIP ticket. VIP tickets are for everyone who want the recording of the challenge.